AMD is trading at $243.32, inside a 52-week range of $83.75 on the low end to $267.08 on the high end. In this video, we are going through everything that matters for AMD right now. The recent news and catalysts driving the story, the latest earnings data, what the street expects for the next quarter, insider and institutional activity from SEC filings, the technical setup, and then the complete bull and bear case. The data in this video comes from market feeds, public filings, and AI-synthesized research. Let us get into it. Let us start with the news picture around AMD. Here is what has been driving the stock recently. On April 10, 2026, Amazon CEO Jassy says the company could sell AI chips, raising stakes for NVIDIA and AMD. On April 6, 2026, Intel and AMD stocks are rising, driven by positive market momentum. On April 12, 2026, Cathie Wood's ARK buys Palantir stock while selling AMD shares. And on April 8, 2026, Papermaster, AMD's chief technology officer, sells $740,000 in Advanced Micro Devices stock. Together, these headlines frame AMD as a high-stakes execution story, with real catalysts on both sides. The market is watching to see which one resolves first. On the earnings picture for AMD, the business has been navigating a challenging revenue environment while investing heavily in its next growth phase. The metrics that matter are revenue growth trajectory, operating leverage as the business scales, and free cash flow generation. Watch for the upcoming quarterly report because it will be the most direct signal of whether the strategic investments are beginning to pay off. Looking at the setup into the next earnings report, this is the single most important near-term event for AMD. The stock does not trade on the past quarter. It trades on whether the next quarter comes in better or worse than what analysts are modeling. The earnings call management commentary on guidance, margin trajectory, and any forward outlook revision will carry more weight than the headline EPS number. Investors should mark the earnings date and watch for any pre-announcements or guidance updates in the weeks before. On insider activity for AMD, the news flow has captured some notable executive transactions. Most importantly, on April 8, 2026, Papermaster, AMD's CTO, sells $740,000 in Advanced Micro Devices stock. Executive transactions, especially open market sales by CFOs or CEOs, are worth monitoring because they are legally required to be disclosed within 2 business days via SEC Form 4 filings. A single sale does not necessarily signal bearish conviction. Executives sell for many reasons, including tax planning, diversification, and option exercises. What matters is the pattern. Cluster buying at key price levels is a much stronger signal than isolated selling. Track all recent Form 4 filings for AMD at openinsider.com for the complete picture of management conviction. On the analyst coverage for AMD, the sell-side community covers AMD across the major technology and media desks at Wall Street. For a stock in this position, the actions that matter most are not the current ratings. They are the direction of estimate revisions. When analysts start cutting EPS estimates, it typically precedes another leg lower. When they stop cutting and begin raising, even modestly, it is often the first sign that the worst downside is priced in. The most important analyst event near-term is any price target revision following the next earnings report. A firm raising its target on improved guidance is far more powerful than a simple rating upgrade from a lower base price. Let us look at the chart for AMD. AMD is trading at $243.32. Immediate support is at $196.04, and resistance sits at $245.04. The stock is trading above its 50-day moving average of $209.35 and above its 200-day moving average of $99.41. The RSI at 70.114 places the stock in overbought territory, meaning momentum is strong but exhaustion risk rises. The MACD is positive at 8.704, confirming the bullish momentum reading. The overall trend is uptrend. The 200-day moving average is the most important dividing line on any chart. Stocks trading below both their 50-day and 200-day moving averages are in a structural downtrend, and any rally needs to reclaim those levels to signal a genuine trend change rather than just a bounce. The dollar's 196.04 support level is the key floor to monitor. A confirmed break below that level on volume would suggest the next leg lower is beginning. Conversely, a hold at support followed by a volume-backed reversal is the setup traders look for as the first sign of a real base forming. Now let us put the complete picture together on AMD. Here is the bull case. Catalysts are in place for AMD to re-rate if execution matches expectations. Here is the bear case. Execution risk, valuation, and macro headwinds could weigh on AMD. The risk-reward depends entirely on which catalyst hits first. If competitive pressures ease and management delivers stronger than expected guidance, the stock has a path back toward the 200-day moving average at $199.41 and beyond. If execution slips or headwinds accelerate, the dollar's 196.04 floor becomes critical. A break below it on volume would signal the market is pricing in a much more bearish fundamental scenario. The practical framework for tracking this story. First, the price relative to dollars 199.41. That is the objective line between a recovery and a continued downtrend. Second, analyst estimate revisions in the 2 weeks after earnings. The direction of revisions leads the stock. Third, insider buying on SEC Form 4. Cluster purchases by the CEO or board at these levels would be a powerful bullish signal. Fourth, the earnings call itself. Management guidance tone matters more than the headline EPS number. At $243.32 versus a 52-week high of $267.08, AMD is a show-me story. The catalysts are there. The question is execution, and that answer comes from the data, not from the headlines. One quick note before you go. This video is for education only, not financial advice. Always do your own research before making money decisions. If this helped, subscribe to Money Clarity for clear investing breakdowns every week.